So Pharrell dropped a skincare line November 25th of 2020 called Humanrace, and baby, you already know I had to try it. The specs were pretty thorough and appeared to be a super clean and earth-conscious product line that had minimalism in mind. Every single product is refillable, limiting packaging waste and promoting recycling, so let's open up what we bought. The first thing that stood out to me was the braille on the packaging. So Pharrell did aim to be inclusive to the blind community, which I thought was pretty notable. I mean, you really don't see this on skincare at all. It wasn't consistent throughout all of the wording on the packaging, however, so those of you who do read braille, let me know if that's standard or not. I don't know. I was really impressed with how Humanrace presented these products to the consumer. More companies should ship out products in a well-curated box, as opposed to just throwing that shit in a box just because you're not an influencer. I mean, consumers are the reason why brands even have revenue, so treat them like their purchase matters, oh worry. So let's jump right into day one of using these products. First, we have the rice powder cleanser, which is made up of 51% kaolin clay. Very interesting. I've never used a powder cleanser before. There's braille on the packaging of the actual products as well, which I found super cool. So it comes out, girl, like a salt and pepper shaker. So I'm just shaking that into my hand. That is what the texture is like. And then you just take a little bit of water, rub that in, and it does come to a sudsy lather. My first impression of this was, oh, interesting. It doesn't have a smell. So the brand does claim that all of the products are fragrance free. I bought the whole entire set, by the way, which was only $100. I find that to be affordable for, like, you know, a celebrity skincare brand, so I was actually impressed with the price. I think for 3 products, that's pretty good. The one thing that it is missing though is a toner, so I do go ahead and use my own toner in this video because I have to balance my skin, but I really loved the lather of this cleanser. I wasn't expecting it to be so gritty, so it is exfoliating. It is a physical exfoliant. It doesn't dissolve all the way down, so just be mindful of that when you do go to try this cleanser, if you happen to want to try it by the time you reach the end of this video. It felt good to me at first, but then as I go on throughout all of the days that I use this, I realized this may not be an everyday cleanser and this may not be for everyone's skin type. Next, we have the LOTUS Enzyme Exfoliator. This felt so luxurious. This was probably my favorite product of the entire line. It's slightly gritty, but not as gritty as the cleanser. Honestly, using this and the cleanser is going to be too much of an exfoliation overload. So just pick one day out of the week to use the exfoliator, the actual exfoliant. This exfoliant is more on the chemical side. It is made with 8% glycolic acid, which I am used to using. I pretty much do use AHAs to exfoliate my skin on the regular, so this felt very luxurious, more on like the creamy, lotiony side, not too gritty. I don't know what Humanrace was thinking when they were going to have someone use kind of an abrasive physical exfoliant for the cleanser and then a chemical exfoliant. It's not really necessary. So with my first thoughts, I was just like, this is not going to work for the everyday person, and it's not going to work for all skin types. It's just not. It's too much of an exfoliation. It's not a gentle cleanser in my opinion. However, I really do love this exfoliant. After I just rub it in for a minute, that's what I was doing. I just left it on for like a couple minutes because I was about to hop in a shower while I was filming this. That's why my bonnet is on. Shout out to my bonnet. And once you rinse it off, girl, does your skin feel baby bottom smooth, honey? After I hop out the shower, I go ahead and spritz my face with some toner I already had because I had to tone my skin. And now we're going to apply the humidifying cream, which I actually really enjoy the texture of. It claims to adapt to your skin type as you wear throughout the day. Don't know if that's true, but it's actually very moisturizing, very thick, very luxurious. I enjoy the texture of this. However, I don't know why they didn't just make the dispenser the same as the exfoliant. Like if they were aiming to stop the transfer of bacteria into the packaging, which I thought was the case with the cleanser and the exfoliant. I don't know why they didn't make the moisturizers the same way, because you don't have to dunk your hand into the cleanser or the exfoliant. It pretty much has like a bacteria safe dispenser, but I don't know why they didn't do the same thing with the cream. I mean, they should have. But overall, my first impression with trying all three of these products was very enjoyable. I felt very nourished, very taken care of. I didn't really notice how abrasive the exfoliation would get until the next day or two. So let's go into days 2, 3, 4, and 5. I tested this for 5 days because honestly, it was a little bit overboard. I couldn't handle the cleanser anymore. We'll get into that. So day 2, my skin felt very balanced, very supple, you know, very hydrated, very clear. And then so we're just gonna speed through all of this since I already showed y'all how day 1 was, and we're pretty much going to be redundant in our application. However, I am going to skip the exfoliant on this day because I didn't need it. It was this day, day 2, I was like, oh, you know, this cleanser is a little bit too gritty for everyday use. Like, it's not that gentle at all. I don't really think this is necessary. So I do think maybe Humanrace should come out with one without a physical exfoliant in there, because you do feel the micronized rice powder. It isn't all the way dissolving when you do rub it in between your hands and cleanse your face. So I skipped the chemical exfoliant this day and just went ahead and lathered on that cream, which I really enjoyed. So far the chemical exfoliant and the cream get a thumbs up from me. I really enjoyed those textures. Moving on to day 3, I am going to go ahead and use all 3 products this day just to see if it's necessary to use the chemical exfoliant more than 1 to 2 times a week. I have concluded to only use it once. That's all you need it for. Any more than that, and you're going to just over exfoliate your skin if you are using this specific cleanser. Now, if you're not going to go ahead and use this cleanser at all, you're going to use a more gentle cleanser, then I would use this exfoliant twice a week. I think it's good for that. But if you're going to use this cleanser and exfoliant, girl, only once a week, it's just too much. And I'm a person who doesn't even have problematic skin at all whatsoever. My skin is pretty clear for the most part, and my skin is not sensitive at all. So if I think something is going to be over exfoliating, baby, it's going to be over exfoliating, and that's on period. So then I started to question the brand's claim on all these products being for all skin types, because I really don't think this is going to work for acne prone skin. I feel like this will just really irritate and inflame your acne if you were to use this specific cleanser on an everyday basis. It's just not gentle enough. And I looked on their Instagram page. All of the skin types they're showing, they're all clear. I mean, they may have a few wrinkles or two, a few fine lines, but that's not a representation of all skin types. So if you're going to claim something is for all skin types, there needs to be representation for skin issues, skin problems, acne prone skin, inflamed skin. Okay, you can't just be saying something is for all skin types and then all the skin on your Instagram page, they're all clear. It's not how it works. I'm not even a representation of all skin types. So I do believe it's time for these skincare companies, these skincare brands, to start having truly all skin types represented immediately when they launch their product. Like, I should see someone with acne on your page. I should see someone with hyperpigmentation on your page. I know clear skin is like the standard. It's what quote unquote everyone wants, but that's not what everyone has, and that's just not realistic to the everyday person. There's so many different types of skin, so many different types of skin issues. It's just time for people other than me, let's be honest, people other than my skin type to be represented. So this is the last day, girl. I was ready to be done using this cleanser. I ain't even gonna lie to you. It's not like I don't like the cleanser, but I just came to the conclusion it's not for every day and it's not gentle enough. So my top 2 products, baby, it's the exfoliant and the cream. I'm going to continue using the exfoliant and the cream, but I'm going to ditch the cleanser. I'm just not going to use it. I need something gentle. I don't need anything with grit in it. But so far, my first impression of Humanrace, I enjoyed it. I enjoyed how it was presented to me. I enjoyed that I bought this with my own money. It wasn't sent to me in PR, and I was presented with a well-curated package. I think all consumers deserve that. So the question is this for all skin types? Let me know down below and let me know your thoughts.